Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just want to start this off by saying I am sorry I haven't filmed in about 6 months. The last 6 months of my life, it's been absolutely crazy. A lot has happened, but I'm back now. Hopefully going to be posting every week, every Friday consistently. I'm on a consistent schedule, so hopefully won't miss any more uploads. Alright, so let's get right into the video. So how much do doctors actually make? And now the answer to that question is it depends. It depends on a few different things. The first one, most obvious one, is how much you work. So a doctor who works 60 hours a week versus a doctor who works 30 hours a week is obviously going to make more money there. The second factor is if they're private practice or they work for a hospital. Now generally private practice, that's the business side of it. They can make more, and also they can pick their own work hours, but like I said, you do have the business side of it, so it's a little more hassle instead of just going to work and getting a paycheck. With private practice, you also have to pay the bills, pay the employees, do the whole business side of it. Now the next factor, guys, is if you specialize or not. Now this is a big thing. For example, guys, let's say an orthopedic surgeon specializes in spine surgery. They can make 800, 900, $1 million a year, while if they don't take that extra year of training to specialize, they're in the average of just general orthopedic surgeons, which is around $500,000 a year. So specializing can make a huge difference in that paycheck. And guys, another factor that does depend on how much you get paid is where you live. Obviously, you know, a New York doctor and Oklahoma doctor are not going to make the same amount of money. It all depends on how many doctors want to live there, supply and demand of that specialty that you're in, as well as cost of living. So guys, I made a list of 10 different doctor specialties that all get paid different amounts. I didn't comprise every single doctor out there in every single specialty, just 10 different doctors. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, to start out, the lowest paid doctor on this list is a pediatrician. They make about $221,000 a year. A pediatrician is just a kid doctor, so from infant all the way till they're 17, they deal with kids. To become a pediatrician, it is 4 years of undergrad, a bachelor's degree, 4 years of medical school, and then 3 years of residency training. As well, it is a fairly easy, non-competitive field to get into. So if you want to become a pediatrician and just go through the undergrad, medical school, and then you can get into a residency, and you start at 18 years old, you can be a pediatrician making $221,000 at only 29 years old. Alright guys, and next up on this list is family medicine. A family medicine doctor makes $234,000 a year. We all know what a family medicine doctor is. We've all been to them. When you want to go get a physical for sports in high school, or if you have a sore throat and want to make sure it's not strep, those are the guys you go to. To become a family medicine doctor, it is the same as a pediatrician, so 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, and then 3 years of residency on top of that. As well, it's not a very competitive specialty, so it is fairly easy to get into. Alright guys, now the third specialty that we have on this list is emergency medicine, coming in at $294,000 a year. An emergency medicine doctor, they are the doctors in the emergency department, so if you get in a car accident or something happens and an ambulance has to come and pick you up and take you to the emergency department, the emergency room. It is kind of a more stressful lifestyle, a more stressful job, just because it is emergency after emergency. The hours can be a little bit more unpredictable, but some people do like this kind of lifestyle, and some people do like the adrenaline rush that comes with emergency medicine. So guys, training to become an emergency medicine doctor, once again, 4 years of undergraduate school, 4 years of medical school, and then 3 to 4 years of residency. Alright guys, now the next specialty on this list is general surgery, coming in at $351,000 a year. They can go on and be specialized once they complete their general surgery residency. Now guys, training to become a general surgeon is once again 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, and then 5 years of surgery residency. Alright guys, the next specialty that we do have on this list is dermatology, coming in at $394,000 a year. Now guys, dermatology is one of the most cushy lifestyles. They're also called skin doctors, so they'll do anything that has to do with the skin, Dr. Pimple Popper, or cysts, or anything like that. Because they are kind of that 9-to-5 job, super cushy, pretty well paying, they are one of the most competitive specialties to get into. So you'd have to be kind of top of your class and do really, really good on the USMLE step 1 and 2. So to become a dermatologist, it is 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, and then it's only actually 3 years of surgery residency. So it's not as long of training either, which is another reason why it's so competitive. Alright guys, the next specialty that we do have on this list is oncology, coming in at $403,000 a year. As I'm sure most of you guys know, oncologists are doctors who deal with cancer patients. So there's two different types. You can do one that does the research on cancer, or you can be one who actually sees patients and helps them in clinical and certain things like that. To become an oncologist training wise, it is once again 4 years undergrad, 4 years of medical school, and then residency training is 2 to 5 years depending on what kind of oncology that you're going to do. Okay guys, now our next doctor that we have on this list is radiology, coming in at $413,000 a year. Radiologists, they'll do anything with x-rays, CT scans, MRIs, anything like that. If you break your bone and you have to get an x-ray on that, those are the radiologists that'll look at that, kind of see what's going on there. If you want to become a radiologist, it is once again 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, and then 5 years of residency. So a little bit longer on the residency for this one as well. Okay guys, our 8th specialty on this list is going to be cardiology, coming in at $459,000 a year. Cardiologists are basically anyone who deal with heart, anything, heart disease, heart problems, or anything like that. Alright guys, now to become a cardiologist, it is 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, and then one way that you can actually do it is 3 years of internal medicine residency, and then once you graduate from that, it's another 3 years of cardiology residency. Now our next specialty on this list is orthopedics, coming in at $511,000 a year. Now orthopedics are anyone that deals with bones, joints, anything like that. They're commonly called bone doctors. They are one of the most competitive specialties as well, so you'd have to do good, be at the top of your class, do really good on USMLE Step 1 and 2 scores. They are one of the highest paid doctors as well. They also can have the most cushiest lifestyle if you want. So if you want to work in a private practice, unless you're on call that week, you can kind of set your schedule up so it can be, 7, 8 in the morning to 5, and vice versa. If they want to work a ton, they can do that and go work for a hospital, or even take a lot of patients in private practice. Now guys, to become an orthopedic surgeon, it's 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, and 5 years of orthopedic surgery residency. Like I said before, it is one of the most competitive specialties, so you'd have to be top of your class, as well as do really good on the USMLE step tests. Alright guys, now the last specialty that we're going to talk about on this list is plastic surgery, coming in at $526,000 a year. Now there's two different types of plastic surgery. There's the cosmetic, and then there's the reconstructive. The cosmetic do make a little bit more than reconstructive, but overall they do both make pretty good money. Now guys, to become a plastic surgeon, you would have to do 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, and then it's 6 years of plastic surgery residency. Alright guys, so that has been how much do doctors actually make. If you enjoyed that video, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. It does help my channel. I do release videos every week on financial support, financial tips, as well if you just want to follow me through my medical journey. But see you next week.